Showtime Championship Boxing triple header this Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, presented by Premier Boxing Champions and highlighted with the Heavyweight Championship of the world. This is a terrific card for top to bottom. Tickets for the event are available through Ticketmaster.com, BarclaysCenter.com, at the Barclays Center box office, and they can also be purchased by calling 1-800-745-3000. I love this show. I love what's off TV. There's a terrific heavyweight fight with Dominic Breazeale and Eric Molina. That'll be an eliminator for the WBC 5-division world champion, #2 in the world pound for pound, and on almost every list. Amanda Serrano is on the undercard. There's a terrific competitive battle from an undefeated kid from Long Island, Titus Williams, against an undefeated kid from Brooklyn, Chris Colbert, which is a sensational local fight. The card is truly loaded with talent and with local stars. The comeback of Long Island's Shawnee Monahan, it's a terrific card. And then we get to television, where there are 3 significant fights. Nothing gets bigger than the defense of America's only heavyweight champion and only heavyweight championship, Deontay Wilder, defending the title against STIVERNE, the only man he's been unable to knock out in his professional career, and the mandatory challenger of the WBC. The card on TV opens with a terrific matchup. Mr. Lipinets over here has his hands full with Akihiro Kondo. Akihiro Kondo. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to get my Japanese down. Akihiro Kondo. In what should be a very competitive match for a world belt. One of Brooklyn's stars, one of boxing's biggest stars, I think this is his home away from home, his boxing home away from home. He's fought a lot of huge fights and had great efforts at the Barclays Center. Showtime's Sean Porter defending against a guy that's a real deserving, I'll call him a challenger in this case, because Sean is a champion, with or without a belt. Adrian Granados is as honest a fighter as you can ever find. He gives 120%. This is a guy that's going to make for a great fight. So this is a terrific card. I want to bring up first the man most responsible for bringing this to you. It's his dollars that have provided the best live boxing on premium cable for years at this point. I don't think there's any question at the moment that Showtime Sports is the leader in televised boxing. Stephen Espinosa.
2015, and while Deontay took home a unanimous decision and the title, neither fighter went home happy. Deontay was impressive, but he didn't get the knockout. So STIVERNE represents the only blemish on an otherwise perfect knockout streak. And for Berman, there was a nagging belief that he wasn't at his best that night. And ever since that fight in January 2015, Berman has been asking for a rematch to anyone and everyone. So on Saturday, both men are going to get their wish. Deontay gets his chance to send a message to the rest of the heavyweight division by knocking out the only man who went 12 rounds with him. And Berman gets a second chance at a world title. The first time they fought, everyone saw it as Deontay's toughest opponent. When we polled the media ahead of that first fight, out of 42 members of the media, 22 saw it for Deontay, and 20 predicted it would go Berman's way. So STIVERNE is certainly no slouch, certainly hasn't become a worse fighter in between. This is a legitimate, credible, all-action heavyweight fight with America's only heavyweight champion. Having a big heavyweight title fight as the main event is a huge attraction and a huge advantage, but it's also a bit of a disadvantage in some ways. The disadvantage is that it sometimes sucks up all the attention, and some really interesting co-feature fights can get somewhat overlooked. And there are a bunch on this card, as Lou has already outlined. I'm going to highlight 2 of them, the 2 that are on the Showtime card, because they're 2 excellent co-feature fights. Either one could have been a main event. I know that's a cliche, but it's absolutely true in this case. And either one is of a quality that it would be a main event on any other network. And it's just a testament to the standards of quality we have here and what the fighters are willing to do that we were able to put all 3 of these fights on one card. Porter versus Granados, we've got a top 5 ranked welterweight in Sean Porter, a top 5 ranked junior welterweight in Adrian Granados. You've seen these guys. This is an intriguing matchup of 2 all-action fighters. Sergey Lipinets versus Akihiro Hondo for a world title. This, again, another all-action fight. If you haven't seen Sergey Lipinets fight, I urge you to turn on TV early, get to the arena early. He is a very entertaining fighter, and this will be a very entertaining fight. All in all, by the end of this card, Showtime will have done 29 world title fights on Showtime. That's not pay-per-view. 29 world title fights this year alone. And there aren't many networks that have done 29 fights total, and certainly not 29 high-quality fights. So it's a salute to these fighters, to Lou, the other promoters we worked with, and to the entire staff. We're looking forward to closing the year on a very strong note. Thank you.
Thank you, Lou. I come with a message today. First of all, I want to thank all these young men that started here that's fighting for the crown, and I want to thank Stephen Espinoza at Showtime for presenting them to you. But he has something in store for him on Saturday night that's going to really be a shocker. It's going to be the fight of the year. Unquestionably, I want to introduce to Deontay, who I have a lot of love for, Bermain Stabine. He has never really met him, and so I want to introduce him to him, and talking to you, the American public and the world at large. It's going to be a fantastic evening of boxing at the Barclays Center. I've called up my friend Chuck Dolan and Jim Dolan. I want them to be guests for me at the ringside. Hopefully they can make it. And to bear witness to what's coming on with the new, with Mr. Yormak here. That's his brother is my dear friend. So, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to have an upset similar to Donald Trump. When nobody in the world wanted him to be president, he shocked the world by becoming president against all odds. All right, so now what we're going to have here is a shocking upset. It's going to be Bermain when he knocks out my dear friend here, Deontay. Now, you know that when he does this, and I want Al Heyman to take this into consideration, that Deontay will retire. That's to his words, but I want to say right now, I want to put in my request, when you come out of retirement, come on to see me. Because I'm telling you, he can talk, he's got the gift. His mother, I love his mother. And my mother both of them were born in Alabama. You know what I mean? So I'm an Alabamian too. And Alabama, what we should understand, and where I want him to be able to carry the message to friend and foe alike, is the only state in the union that has legalized white supremacy. They talk about all of the different objects that would divide people around the world, but at least Alabama was honest with it. You know what I mean? They legalized it. And I want him to be one of the men that knocks that barrier down, because he's got the guts, he's got the wherewithal, and he's got the glib tongue, he's loquacious. He can express and identify and bring people together, as he is doing right now with the Alabamians. So I'm looking forward to that with great excitement. Not only would it be great for Lou, because I think Lou is doing a tremendous job, but it'll be a rubber match. And that rubber match will be something similar to Ali and Frazier, Ali and making things happen right down the line, Ali and George Foreman. So it's going to be an exciting time for me to be here on Saturday, and I'm calling up everybody. And as history has put it and dictated it, we will have a wonderful November to remember. That's what we said when I was working and promoting Donald Trump, a November to remember, and it will be remembered from here into eternity. The same thing is going to happen here on Saturday at the Barclays Center, when we really crown that center. That will have a shocking effect around the world, but it'll be good, because what Lou DiBella said was, if we were doing right, So it's going to be a blow for righteousness, because no matter what it costs, whatever it happens, we stand for the right. So the fighters should be clean. They should be able to deal with each other for the safety for the boxer. My friend Suleiman is smiling right now. That's the father, not the son. And he's looking down on me right now because he's the one that staged this thing for Deontay. He set that up, and we kept his word. And he kept his word with me, so now he just sent me the message. So I want y'all to all know this, Tom Howes, and I want you to put it down. You know what I mean? He sent the message that this is going to be a great thing, and all the angels in heaven will be watching. You know what I mean? When the upset comes, and he retired, because he keeps his word. There's nothing more precious in life than your word. Your money comes, your money goes. You know what I mean? But your word follows you forever. And so what I know that when he retired, but I just want to put in my thing right now before anybody else starts. When he come out of retirement, he's going to be a Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? So he had to lose too, you know, in order to get there. So you ain't never lost, so you really can't be an Ali. You know? But when you lose them on Saturday night, you can be an Ali. You know what I mean? You know, so it's going to be a fantastic evening of boxing that we're trying to do, and we're going to make it happen. I'm saying hello to my friend de Blasio, the mayor of this great city, and he's going to be out there looking at this fight, trying to find ways and means to justify his re-election. And we are looking forward to that with great excitement, you know what I mean? So I want to say that I'm honored. I'm very honored to be working with Lou, and I think that, you know, it's something that is there, that is honesty and steadfastness, exciting to be able to be with promoters of the stature and esteem, and a Harvard man too. It's marvelous, and I feel good about it, you know what I mean? So Jose Suleiman, we're going to be right there for you on that. And to say about his son, I love this son, he's like my son. He calls me Papa, and I call him son. That is the young man that was just up here that is carrying the torch in Viva Mexico, you know what I mean? It's at we got the Mexican flag right here, and we got the WBC flag, you know, Viva Mexico, you know. So the president of the president of Mexico is the dear friend of mine, Enrique Niña Prieto, and his lovely wife, Angela. And so what we're going to do is going to have a great celebration. We got, you know, Andrea Condo. What's her name? So what's her name? Come on, man. Tell me what it is. Andrea Granadas. This is just really great. So he's going to be carrying the message back to Mexico, to my homeland, mi casa, su casa. You know, it's going to be really great. So I'm looking forward to all of the excitement that's going to be here. And I wanted to be first to introduce the real Bermain to Deontay Wilder, because he haven't met that man. Last time he seen the guy similar like that, you know, and they say we all look alike, so it's all, you know, he didn't really meet the real guy. He had an imposter there, you know what I mean? So now he's going to meet the real man on Saturday night, and I'm excited as I can be about it. And I'm going to talk to Steve. We're going to make plans for the rubber match, you know, later down the road, because you may go to M&M or whatever he said, because whatever he says, that's what he means. You know what I mean? So whatever he decides to do, but I know one thing he has to do is not to forget the dirt road. Don't forget from whence he comes. Don't understand what our problem and our struggle is, and he is right there where at least he's honest, where you can confront it, eyeball to eyeball, step to step, legal white supremacy, you know what I mean, puts us where it means nothing, the white woman, people of color, nothing, you know, and it's written down in law, you know what I mean? So there ain't no way you can be no forsaken or playing no mistakes about it, you know what I mean? It's in law, and the poor whites, the masses. So now that we have it, you can fight it because you can name it and you can identify it. And so what we can do now with this man here is going to be a powerful force in bringing back the Alabama to what it should be, could be, and will be when we find freedom, justice, equality. You know what I mean? Working together works. You know? That is here. He's a great, great fighter, and he's a man that just thrills me. Let me get up so he got to get his country. Where do I have it in my hand already? Where? Yes, I do. Here it is. We've been having trouble all down there off America, the islands, you know what I mean, and having different things that happen. And so the president there wants me to make certain that Bermain, when he wins, to come and visit and go back home and help them kids, the young people that can come in and be a role model, you know what I mean, and be able to say when you get knocked down, you get back up. You know, you never, never, never quit, and you don't give in, you know what I mean? You're in it to win it, You know what I mean? You don't give up, you don't quit, and you're going out there and victory will be yours. So we want to go back and establish that type of feeling in Haiti, and we want to be able to establish the feeling that, you know, never say die attitude. You know, totally eradicate the word failure out your vocabulary. Setback every now and then. Failure, never. You know what I mean? So we got to be able to deal with that. So I'm going to bring you the new heavyweight champion of the world, and it makes me feel good that I can deal with Tico Finkel that's sitting there, my dear friend Shelly Finkel, and I want this man to come on up here, Bahrain, and well, I want to do something else too. Now, we did it for Sylvia. Yesterday was his birthday. So before we talk, I want us to say happy birthday to him, because this is the new champion of the world. Happy birthday, Bahrain. So let's have a little tune. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, new champion. Happy birthday to you. There's the new champion of the world. Happy birthday. And tomorrow is Larry Holmes' birthday, so let's remember that. Larry Holmes sends his wishes. Larry Holmes tomorrow. Today is Bahrain, and Deontay, I love you, baby. Don't forget me now.
It's good to be here. I'd like to thank God for allowing me to see an extra year, additional year into my life. I'm very grateful for that. Also want to thank the Barclays Center, Mr. Nortman, Mr. King, my promoter. I want to thank also my my team, my manager Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, everybody else in the team, Sandman, Chuck, Devon, my brother, House, and my father that's somewhere. Yeah. So I see you. All right, let's get down to business. I'd like to thank a couple people, but I don't think they should be thanked. All the moving around and trying to duck me, find excuses, or worry about my career. I've been inactive for 2 years. You should be happy.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
You should be happy. That's in your advantage. If I didn't fight for 2 years, you should jump in the air. But all of that, you all know. That's when somebody is scared. You know what time it is. We spent 12 rounds in the ring. You give me my best. You give me your best. I give you about 30% of me. You know, they're sitting over there, you know, everybody got long faces. Mr. DeBella. Yeah, man, you know what time it is. You've been in this business for a long time. You've been in the business for a long time. You got one thing right. I am a dangerous man. Very dangerous.
Tell it like it is. Tell it like it is.
You know what time it is? Right.
It's the burn time. Beware.
You'll die in the dark. Exactly.
Take your time. Take your time, but talk to him. Oh, I can hardly wait. I'm excited.
Listen, man, I feel great. I feel good. I feel strong.
Woo!
It ain't gonna be no excuses.
Woo!
No excuses. No excuses. I could guarantee you that. But the one thing that caught my attention, and I don't really watch social media and stuff like that, is that he said that he fears for my life. You fear for my life, man?
I do.
You fear for my life?
I do.
I don't fear for your life. Because I'm going to kill you. if that's what it takes for me to take that title, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna walk away with a smile on my face.
Yeah, yes, I told you.
Now you look at me, man. It's been what? I ain't gonna do nothing. Don't worry about it. All of that is for Saturday night.
Ooh, I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait.
Boy, you don't even know. You caught me slipping the last time. Ain't nobody gonna slip. I'm gonna be on your ass. I'm gonna be on your ass, boy. I'm gonna be on your ass. Pull all that front. Y'all better go back there, because y'all don't want none of that shit. Y'all don't want none of that shit. Y'all better back the fuck up.
I told you. Move back. Yeah, Horace, I told you. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, that's all right. Take it easy. Yeah, that's all right. Get him Saturday night. Get him Saturday night. That's all. Not only that, you know, there's another fight coming up here too.
Oh, it's your house. You said what? Your city.
What's that? What's that? Big man.
Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, let me tell you something. I used to live here. This is my house. He fought here. I lived here.
Yeah,
No, I ain't done. I'm not done. When you was talking, I let you talk.
Save it, and save it. It's all right.
I ain't done.
Just go and talk.
But Saturday, November 4th, I promise you, to God, I will be two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And none of these gonna stop me. None of y'all gonna stop me. I promise you that.
All right.
Promise you.
All right.
You can smile all you want, boy. You won't be smiling. Because I'm gonna see you packing home without the belt. And I'm finna take that box too and put it in the garbage for you.
Woo! I said I wasn't going to tell nobody, but I just can't keep it to myself. Woo! Baby, cool out now. Don't get stay with the Saturday.
Just remember, whatever you do, I do better.
Saturday night, baby. Saturday night.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
I remember where I'm from, man.
God bless. All right. No. Everything's good. I told you, let me get my other little guy in there, and then I'm going to give it back to you, Lou. Since I got two, me and Lou, we got eliminated two. The guy ain't here. I don't know if he's here or not. Is he here? But if he ain't, his name is Eric Molina. Eric Molina will be fighting an elimination match with Dominic Brazil. So that's going to be two fighters going to be out there Saturday night. We're going to have a grand slam, Lou. I hate to say this to you. You know what I mean? But when we flip the coin, anything you want, man, I mean, you know, the sky's the limit. Whatever you need, Lou DeBella, you got it. You know what I mean? And naturally, with the same thing with Stephen Espinoza, you know what I mean? Many of them talk, but none of them walk. So you got to talk that talk, and you got to walk that walk. Now, you got to back up everything he said. And he said in front of all the world and all the people here, he's got to go in there and do what he's destined to do. Knock out Deontay. You know what I mean? Two-time champion of the world. I want y'all to know that it's going to be the fantastic fight of the year. And I want everybody to say he prognosticated it, he predicted it, and it came true. Only in America. Lou DeBella, take your show, man. Let's go.
Showtime. I'd like to thank the Barclays Center, Al Heyman, Shelley Finkles. I'd like to thank Lou DeBella. Thank all you guys, man, for coming out. You know, it's been a long road for me. It's been a long journey. I done had my ups. I done had my downs. It seemed like the ups I done celebrated, but the downs that hurted me the most. And this is where it leads me to right now. This man said he done dealt with so much pain and suffering, heartaches. But we all got our own. I would dealt with that and more. All I ever wanted to do was prove to the world that I am the best, that I know I am. I am the baddest. I do hit the hardest. I am the most feared. Record speaks for itself. Numbers don't lie. And here we are again,
He was the only man to survive the Alabama Slammer. And this is what makes it a great fight. Because when I knock him out, there won't be nobody, no fighter that says they survived against Deontay Wilder. That's what's so special about this fight. That's why people should watch it. This is the magic about this fight. It was the only one to survive. He left with a lot of lumps and humps on him, though. A lot of excuses. This fight right here, we're going to leave it all in the ring. No excuses. Winner takes all. I am a man of my word. And I appreciate that offer, Don. I appreciate that offer, man. I'm a man of my word. I can't wait. Over and over and over again, we've seen this. We'd have been here. We done heard this man talk before. We done heard him say the same things before. But I guess through aggression, I guess through animosity, I guess through jealousy, I guess through pain and suffering, what makes it come out of him the most. We done heard it all before. We done heard it all before. And what had happened? So much hatred for nothing. And I always talk about black people. See, that's what's wrong with black people to this day. We hate each other for no reason, for no cause. Everything we done been through and still go through to this day, but we still look at each other. Instead of pointing the finger somewhere, we still have so much aggression upon each other. Nowadays, we pass each other, we can't even say hello, how are you? Have a good day. Yet we mean more, we look them up and down, we stare in their face. If we say anything to a person, they ready to fight. What have it came to? When we're some of the strongest peoples in the world. See what I do my talking and my walking in that ring. It ain't no need to do it outside. For what? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, and that's why we're here. November the 4th. The truth will reveal itself. That's where it counts. All this right here, I can say all the things in the world right now. It ain't really nothing more I can say. I done said it all. In front of your faces, social media-wise. And we know one thing, when Deontay Wilder speak, he mean what he say. I mean what I say. I've been that way ever since I was a little kid. And now I'm a man, I mean exactly every word that I say. I don't have to say what I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. And that's the most powerful thing that you can have, showing instead of telling. So it's going to be a show and tell. I can't wait. Dehydration, right? He became the first heavyweight in history that became dehydrated in a fight. The first. And we're going to give him that. We're going to give him that. We're going to say he was dehydrated. We heard he was in full health the first time, right? He said if he wasn't training, then he would be worried that he trained his ass all right, that he was ready. But when he got in that ring, I don't know what happened. But we're going to make sure it don't happen no more, man. No, it's Berman, that's right. It's Berman. I call him by his name. That's his name. Berman, we're going to make sure that don't happen no more. So much animosity, man, so much hate. I have none against you. I don't have none against you. And I can sit up here and smile. I can sit up here and tolerate. You can have all the aggression. You can have all the hate. But we're going to make sure it don't happen no more. And I brought you a present this time, man. I brought you a gift this time. What that gift? Bring the gift to him. I brought you with a nice bag and everything too, man. I brought you a gift. So when I whoop you, I don't want to hear no more excuse. Just like my daddy said, I whoop you because I love you. And as the words in New York says, I'm going to son you. I can't wait. This is going to be it. I got plans. And I ain't going to let nobody stop me from getting in the, I ain't going to let nobody stop me from getting in the way of my plans. I can't wait. I can't wait. I said what I said I was going to do the first time, and I did that. And the only thing that I didn't do was knock this man out. But this time, it's a different story. It's a different time, and it's a different place. It's a different time, and it's a different place. This is his present, you know. That's his gift. That's for him to show you, not me. We delivered. That's it. But this is going to be an electrifying fight, guys. This right here is so meaningful, man. Because that belt ain't going nowhere. I promise you that. I will unify the division. I promise you that. I will be the undefeated, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I will carry my peoples well. So when they raise my hand in the sky and saying, still heavyweight champion of the world, boy, it ain't even that more to say, man. I want y'all to witness it for yourself. We can say all we want to say, but at the end of the day, November the 4th, it shall reveal itself. It shall reveal itself. I see y'all there. Bomb Squad!